The Sutherland Sharks are a semi-professional football club based in the Sutherland Shire. I caught up with two of their players, Pat O'Shea and Nathan Denham, to chat about being paid to play as well as juggling life's other commitments. Pat, so how long have you been playing football for?
Well, I started playing when I was 7 years old. My dad got me into it at a young age. I played that alongside cricket as well when I grew up. So I had two sports when I was growing up.
What drew you to soccer? What was so great about soccer that you've continued to play into your teenage years?
I just loved it at a young age. I was playing with my mates when I was younger, not even at a high grade, but also my dad, having played at a high level as well, really got me involved, and the passion just grew as I got older, and I just continued playing just that sport.
In the world of semi-professional soccer like the Sutherland Sharks are involved in, it's obviously hard to have a wage that's big enough for players to survive on. You yourself, do you do some study associated with your part-time soccer playing?
Yeah, so just playing at a semi-professional level, as you said, it's a bit hard to get like a full-time wage. So yeah, I'm at uni at the moment doing a business course. But in the meantime, I do a bit of coaching as well to get some extra money. So that's a bit more part-time as well alongside playing. So try to just get as much as I can each week.
How hard is it to juggle the rigours of like playing and training part-time, coaching as you just said, as well as doing a uni degree and possibly having to go into work in the next couple of years?
Yeah, just got to try and sort out the priorities of what's most important. So it's basically trying to just juggle it all. So mainly at the start of the week, I'll try and put in a plan of what I got to do throughout the week, and make sure I have time for everything. So I'm not just focusing just on football, because obviously you got to have that backup as well with a uni degree.
There's a few players that do have the luxury of getting to play almost or be paid for full-time playing and can get paid in those massive brackets. Is that something that you would like to do, or something you aim towards, or is coaching and studying a part of your life that you're happy to pursue?
Oh, of course you'd want to play, have a full-time wage, train every day, play as a full-time player. But yeah, you just got to keep trying to work hard each week. But then, of course, as I said before, you got to have that backup plan as well. So it is about all juggling and make sure you have your priorities right.
After chatting with Pat, I decided to get the views of one of the Sharks' more senior players in Nathan Denham. We spoke about his role of being paid to play and the pressures that brings, along with his role of coaching the up-and-coming keepers of the Sutherland Shire.
So Nathan, thanks for joining us. How old were you, and what kind of drew you to football to play in the early stages of your life?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So as a kid, a young kid, I played rugby league. I grew up in Canberra, and the Canberra Raiders were at the top of the league then at the NRL, and they were winning the league. And I sort of loved my rugby league back then. But at school, we weren't allowed to play. It was non-contact. At school, so everyone played soccer. And I used to love it at school, so I had to make a choice. Mum and Dad sort of forced me into a choice between rugby league and soccer, and I went with soccer, went with the round ball, and I loved it. And then, so that was at about 11 years old, 10 or 11. And then the following year, I used to play as a striker actually, and the following year I jumped in goals in futsal, and had a ball, mate. I just loved it, and mate, couldn't get the gloves off me, so I've been in the gloves ever since.
Now, at the level that you're playing now, playing semi-professionally in the NPL1 with the Sutherland Sharks, are there any pressures associated with that, being paid to play?
Yeah, there are. I mean, you're being paid to play football, but you're also being paid to represent a football club. And with that comes its own pressure. You're representing the club, the community, the fans, as well as your team and your teammates as well. So you've got to be accountable, you've got to be honest, and you've got to go out and perform not every game but every training session, and you've got to fight for your spot. So there are definitely pressures around being paid to play football.
Thinking about life after professional sport and semi-professional sport as well, obviously our bodies break down after a while. I understand that you do some coaching as well as an offshoot of your playing. How much do you enjoy that?
Oh mate, brilliant. I've been really blessed. At the club, at the Sharks, we had the SAP system come on a few years ago, and I started taking on the young goalkeepers in the club, and just developed good rapport and things like that with these young players, and then sort of saw them all the way through and now into different rep teams as they get older. And I just love it. I love seeing these young kids develop. I didn't have that when I was that age, you know, it was sort of off the cuff when I was a bit younger. So these kids, to have someone actually take them on and, you know, spend 2-3 nights a week with them and train them up, it's just brilliant. I just love it. So post-football, you know, I can really see myself being right involved with coaching young goalkeepers, not just young goalkeepers, but all goalkeepers, and really helping them with their development.
Is there pressure associated with that as much as there is with playing?
It comes with it. Yeah, it's interesting. It comes with different pressures. When you're playing, you know, you feel the intensity of being on the pitch. I'm probably more relaxed actually being on the pitch and in control in a game than I am sitting on the side watching my team or my goalkeepers play, because I don't have that element of being able to control anything on the pitch. So the pressures are different. The pressure on the young goalkeeper and also on myself, because I'm the one that's, you know, accountable to them progressing and developing. So you get the parent pressure, you get the coach pressure, you get, you know, all this stuff, people looking on from the outside, and yeah, it's a little bit different, but there are pressures involved.